Hello YouTube, welcome back to episode number 6 here on the Smooglecraft server. This is my Let's Play with Smokey P. Yes, it is still me. I have changed my intro. Hope you like that. Starting the episode over here by the Witch Farm, a Quad Witch Farm project. Well, if you haven't checked that out, go and check my last video, show you how this room all came together. The only addition is behind me is the AFK hut. Funnily enough, I'd actually put it right in this the correct spot really. You've got all four witch huts are about 114 blocks away, give or take 1 or 2 blocks, so yeah, all worked out pretty nicely. And the sea lantern that we've got in the middle there is actually the dead center, so the AFKing here gets you quite a few drops. We've had one of our colleagues has actually been tackling the glowstone. I was quite worried that we weren't producing enough and thinking what was going on, but the last couple of days we've crafted this sort of amount, and I know a few people have been over here digging the whole area out. This was obviously covered in my last video. Oh, let's get out this water stream. But as you can see, we've been really busy. That wall's gone back a load. This wall here and that wall there, that's just not rendering in. If we just go back, and you should... Oh, it's not. That's pretty much the boundary though over there. So we're at the boundary that side. I think that's even the boundary that side as well. So all we got to do is take out the rest of that corner, then work on that one, and that one as well. So we're getting there. We really are getting there. It's actually going a lot quicker than I thought it would. But enough of the Quad Witch Farm. I did promise you that we'd be going to the base today. I've had a little here in the UK. The kids are off for holidays, and this week's been that week. So recording time with dealing with kids and stuff is just a nightmare. So I decided to wait until they went back to school, so I could do some recording in some peace and quiet. So I'm just head back there. I've already done the cactus farm, recorded it with the replay mod, which I've already put together. So what I'm going to do is roll that time lapse, and I will meet you back there with the rest of today's projects. Okay, welcome back. This is the finished article. In the time lapse I hadn't done the roof or this extension out here, just to sort of integrate it into the room, so that's what I've come up with for that. Just to also show you the sort of output this thing has got. That's after a couple of hours. I've been over here doing other bits and pieces, thinking of other things I can do and planning out where I want them and things like that. So that's yeah, a couple of hours worth. So that's not too bad, not too bad at all. You've got the two layers in here. There's been some recent videos by Exuma regarding hitboxes of fences and things like that, which I took inspiration from and used the glass. I have noticed, however, and I don't know if there is any at the moment. Yeah, there's one. There are occasionally ones that get stuck on there. It's only the one, two. So I've been down there and made sure, or had a look and see how many, and see if there's any grouped up together. They don't appear to be grouping, so that'll just be an individual, I believe. Yeah, it's just an individual entity, and that's another individual there. So it's two. Two out of, I believe it's nearly, oh, I can't think of what it is now. It's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 24. So you're looking 48 per layer. So 48 cactus per layer. So it's not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Need to clean up the chest, but want to be working on this room a bit more. Still want to do that as a sugarcane farm, and I still want to do these as vegetables, or stackable vegetables. I hope I've got enough room between the floor above and this one. If not, I'll sink this down a little bit. And again, the same for that one. As you can see, we are quite close. I don't think there is quite enough space. How many gaps is that? That's 1, 2. That's 3. I believe there's a 1.9 excuse me, there's a 1.9 design for this these vegetable farms, and I believe it adds an extra block or two, but I need to look into that. But the other thought I've had regarding this floor is I'm going to get rid of the potion brewing setup here and put that on the floor below. I want animal farms up here, so this is literally the mine entrance, which doesn't really make much sense. Again, I might have to move that up there, and also I need to change that up there too. I'll go over about that in a minute. But yeah, I want this one to be farms, so animal farms up here, vegetables in the corner, then your cactus, sugarcane. Furnace doesn't make much sense up in here, but I don't want it too far away from the storage, so I'm going to leave that there. There's one more thing I want to integrate into here, and that's my sand conversion. Again, I don't know if it works in 1.9, but it's to get red sand. Again, if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link in the description to the converter. Basically, you put down a bit of regular sand, and what it will do, it will change the entity as it's dropping. So you put a red sand block and it pushes it across, and as it drops, it thinks it's dropping a red sand, and it converts the normal sand into red sand. It's very, very funky. I think it's a glitch that's been used for many times, or many versions of Minecraft, which still haven't been patched. So I don't think that it's been patched in 1.9 either. Just something else I want to show you whilst we're here. Me. I've done a big statue of me. I've just had some time on my hands, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put my own stamp on the island, and I just did a big statue of me. I think it looks pretty cool. Not everyone likes statues, but I just thought that was pretty cool, so I just did it anyway. It's quite a big. It's fully 3D. Got all my skin all the way around. Need to finish the stand though, but I thought it was pretty cool, so that's why I did it. Put some more red mushrooms around as well, just to make it more mushroomy. But yeah. Couldn't quite find, if I just do that and that even, couldn't quite find the right colour for my arms. So I might have a bit more play with the textures and see if I can come up with the right thing. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy how it turned out. So, on with today. As I said, I'm going to have a look at a few animal designs, put a chicken cooker, might put a chicken cooker, If not, I certainly need some cows, and I may as well use the mushrooms I have up there. Small sheep farm as well, possibly. I say small, it's probably going to be quite large, knowing me. Yeah, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to grab a few resources, have a look at a few things, and decide what we're putting where. Catch you in a few. So I'm going to do a recording over the playback for the next couple of segments, as I lost my mic whilst recording somehow. So we're going over the cow farm here. It's a standard design. I've left all the walls off so you can see what's going on. The dispenser down there has got a water bucket in, so when you hit the button and it powers that block that I was just looking at, there you go. It makes the cows jump up and down so you can breed them. Hit the button again and it will turn it off, so that's very straightforward. It's just done with a redstone torch underneath onto a piston. Then the baby cows would get shot out the sides into the water streams, up over the stair just there, and up this cow motivator. The fence post is there to help them breathe so they don't drown. They would then go up over the top there and back into the killing chamber, which I'm just about to get to. There we go. So that's where they would end up. So you breathe with them all there. And I just wanted to keep it all on one level, so you didn't have to go up a ladder and breed from the top and then they drop down through a system into the underneath killing chamber, basically. So that's it. So what I'm going to have to do before the next segment is go and get some cows from the outside, bring them down to the pen. Then I'll show you how to get them from the pen here into the hole behind me, into the hole there, in a really easy way. I've seen a couple of people struggle with it with wheat and leads and things, but there's a really easy way to do it. So I'll be back in a sec. So we're back again looking at the cows I collected. As you can see, also I've put some dirt walls up. This is in preparation to get the cows in. There was a glass pillar there which I've taken out to aid with this, otherwise it'd just get in the way. But there's about, I think there's 16, 17, 18 cows in there. I've kept 2 out of the enclosure in case something goes wrong with either the breed, well, just in case something goes wrong, and in case the cows get killed or whatever in the process. But it's always a good idea to keep a couple separate. So we're going to go through the process of easily moving the cows from this pen into the hole. There I am, just explaining about the keeping the cows separate. Oh, and that was it. And also thinking about putting a mushroom stew farm at the end there, possibly, using the cows, just using bowls and things, and that would actually get mushroom stew from a mushroom. So just about to start to get into moving the cows. I mean, I've got jump boost in the area so I can get in and out of that hole in case I fall in. It's always handy sometimes to have that when you're doing this. But the cows should be moving any second. And just carry on watching the footage. There we are. Right, so we're opening the gates, and what happens if you lure them across, they'll get trapped in the water stream, can't go backwards, and then they just get pushed over towards the hole. The source block of water is basically where I'm standing, so the flow is over to the opposite corner. You will always get a few that are stuck, so if we just fence this bit off here, and then we'll use water just there, that will then push the rest of them over into the flow, and we can watch the rest of them drop down into the hole. Sometimes it does take a little while for them to actually sink into the hole. They sit there bouncing, but they will eventually just fall into the hole. Might need to push them occasionally, but that's generally the easy way to do it. So there you go, so they're all in. So what you can do now is just clean up the area, and then we'll have a look at what happens next. That's, yeah, so if you also put a fence post there, it will stop you from falling in the hole. Even when you haven't got jump boost on, it's a good idea too, just in case you do fall. It doesn't stop any of the cows from jumping up and down. You can still breed them, and just hold the right click on the wheat just above them, and you will breed away. So just cleaning up the area, just in preparation for finishing up the design completely. It's alright, I'm having to watch this whilst recording the audio as well, guys, so do bear with me. We need to put in my next project was going to put a wheat farm in next to it. So that's what we're going to need to do, and also possibly moving those cows. So we'll clear out this space and we'll see you in a minute, I think. So we're back again, cleared out the big space for the crop farm to go next to the cow farm. Baby cows there are grown up in the time that it took me to clear out the hole. It's about 5 minutes. So I'm just showing you here that it's really easy just to kill the cows. Not too many cows there, I think there's about 8 or 9. But with the looting 3 you can get, I think it's just under half a stack of meat, and see there, just under half a stack of leather as well. So it's pretty efficient. For not very many cows, it'll give you quite a bit of meat. So those are the bits you're going to need to build this crop farm. Those are the bits that you're going to need to use with the farm. The redstone lamp is optional. It can just be a plain block, building block of any type, as long as it's conductive, so you can put a redstone current through it. The rest of it you're going to need to actually build it. And really easy. I'm going to build this on camera as it's really easy to build. So you're just basically making this shape, which ends up being like an armchair shape, just like that. One on the back there, and then your dirt block in the front. That block there is temporary, it's just so you can put down the dispensers, which are the next bits to put down. If you till that dirt block, which I'm about to do, like that, then if you crouch and just poke your pick through, you should be able to break the block, but not the block underneath, so that needs to go back there. Then your water bucket, put the water in the gap, like so. That then hydrates that soil, because obviously you need that to be able to grow the crop. These blocks can be any blocks, they don't have to be front facing blocks, any block will do for this. So onto the redstone, this is just a comparator clock. Make sure that's on subtract mode, that's important. Bit of redstone dust there, redstone dust round and up the blocks here and over the top of the dispensers. Remember to shift click on the dispenser, otherwise you look in the inventory in the dispenser. So that's that there. Just fill the dispensers full of bone meal, and also this is the most important bit, is the slabs. You can't put a slab in front of that because we need a lever there to activate the clock, so just show you that going there, and away the clock goes and all the dispensers are firing. So I'll just turn that off for now. I do forget the most important slab in a second, but I will replace it. Basically it's an Impulse SV design, this farm. It works on light updates, so the crops don't actually have chance to, well, the crops grow, but the game actually then uproots it because it's below light level 7. So we put bone meal in these. We've got 2 stacks in each, like so. Grab some seeds, turn the thing on. You can see all the particles are going, and then you'll see, there we go. So if you look at the wheat at the bottom, it does produce wheat at a fair rate, and obviously you get the seeds as well. So the seeds are going down to around about, it's a stack and a half ish, but that's already a stack of wheat. Being almost 2 stacks of wheat by the time we're finished. But for some reason 2 dispensers emptied before the other one, so I don't quite know what was going on there, but it is still impressive to get nearly 2 stacks of wheat within sort of 30 seconds to a minute. So it's a very effective farm, very minimal in space. It's only 3 by 4 by 4 I think it is, and very minimal redstone. I think the most expensive part are the dispensers because of the bows, I think. So it can even be used as an early game farm. It's a very useful thing, very useful. So but that's really it. Just going over the bone meal situation there, and as you can see, it's 2 stacks of wheat there. So I just brewed up the cows as I killed them all, so that there are plenty there to go for next time. So it's really easy. You can see there that the cows just bob up and down, hold right click and just breed away really. I'll turn it off again because having the cows bumping up and down is quite annoying, or can be. So what I'll do now is I'll decorate the rest of this room out, probably put a couple of storage chests around, just so the room's nice and ready, and I'll meet you back when I've done that. Okay guys, I'm back and it's me this time in the actual game. It's very hard to do that, a voiceover over the top of recorded footage that I've done already, and done a voiceover too, so bit of a weird one, first time I've had to do that, so I do apologise if it seemed a bit disjointed. But this is sort of a finished area. That block there will probably go. I'm thinking actually that the whole corner will go back, and we'll make this a sort of an animal corner, which then leaves open as to what I'm going to do over here. The sheep farm, if I do a sheep farm over here, I might do sort of long rows of sheep, sort of main colours, and go from there. Got to put some glass over that, otherwise I'm going to fall in that hole. But yeah, so I've put some chests around. I've changed the quartz here to pillars. This some chisel quartz in the ground as well. Chest underneath here for seeds, and I've got to fill these back up with bone meal. I still haven't done that yet. So these 2 are still empty, and of course you still can put hoppers and chests on the side of these. The back one is a little bit tricky to get to. You can put, I believe it's into the back of it, but then it's filling that chest up, so unless you've got a door around the side to fill the chest up, it's up to you. But 9 stacks of bone meal in there should give you 9 stacks of wheat, so not too hard to just keep filling up. Put some chests over here just for storage. Again, might fill these up with bones, just sort of bones and a few seeds. And the other thing to mention as well about this farm, it's not just for I'm going to change that in a minute. It's not just for wheat. You can use this with potatoes and carrots, so it's a complete nano farm for all vegetables, so just bear that in mind as well. It's not only for wheat, so very, very handy farm to have. So again, we got the pillars here. There will be another pillar in here. This wall has to go back one, so we get the brown wraparound around the floor. Then we'll get the other pillar in there, which I also think this will then go back one more as well. So yeah, so that's all of that done. I think we've got cows now. I haven't done the cows yet for the mushroom stew. That could go in over here somewhere. So we can do pigs, and we can do sheep. Might do some rabbits. Try and get some rabbit's foot for a few potions. So we'll put on this one pigs. Oh, if I could spell. Pigs, rabbits. Oh my word. Rabbits and sheep. There we go. And also mushroom soup. Oh my god, can I spell today? There we go. So mushroom soup. And that would be it. So hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. It's been a bit of a weird one, doing commentary twice and doing commentary over my footage. It's a bit of a strange experience, but as I say, hope you like the episode, hope you like the sugarcane farm. Let's just see how that's doing and how that's gone whilst I've been working over there. You can hear it breaking away. So yeah, I think when we started the episode we only had almost two lines, so we've almost had 9 to 15 stacks of cactus there in a few hours it's taken me to do this, so not too bad at all. I mean, with the 2 layers in there, it's going to be quite fast, hence I put quite a few chests in there to fill up. But as I say, I hope you enjoy the episode. It's been, as I say, a very weird one for me to do. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified of when I release my next video. But if you can like, subscribe and comment for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.